Welcome back, mathematicians. Today we are going to do our review for Module 5, Topic D. I'm going to go step by step, preparing you so when it's your turn, you can be stellar. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you have your worksheet. If you don't have it, make sure you download it before starting this video. I've gone ahead and written my name. Make sure you do the same. And because we're going to be doing math, go ahead and use a pencil because sometimes we make mistakes and a pencil allows us to fix those mistakes, okay? Once you've done that, we can get started. All right, so it says use the number line to decide whether each statement is true or false. So it's already giving me the number line. All I have to do is use this number line to tell me if it's true or false. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to start with 2/3. So I'm going to find 2/3. I find it here, and I'm going to go ahead and circle the equivalent fraction, okay? If this fraction is what it tells me here, then I know it's true. If it's not, then I know it's wrong. And I can see that there is not a 1 whole here, so I know that's false. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to find 10/6. So the 6 are down here. 10/6, here it is. So I'm going to circle the equivalent fraction. And it should be 5/3. Is it 5/3? Well, yes, it is. So I know that's true. All right, and now I'm starting with 6/6. So I'm going to go to 6/6. Here it is. I'm going to circle the equivalent fraction. And it should be 3/3. Is it 3/3? Yes. And also, look, you have 1 whole right here. So it could also be 1. That would have been an acceptable answer. There we go. Now I'm on number 2. And number 2 is a 2-part question. So let's read the information we have. Layla wants to compare 8/3 and 5/3. Part A tells me partition each whole number interval into thirds. Label 8/3 and 5/3. Okay, so let's just focus on part A right now. First, I see that they've given me a number line of whole numbers, right? And so I remember that they are whole numbers. I am going to circle 0 wholes, 1 whole, 2 wholes, and 3 wholes. Those are whole numbers. And it told me I need to partition each whole into thirds. Now, if it didn't tell me, I could also look at my denominators here because my denominator is going to tell me what I'm going to partition it into. Now, it did tell me thirds, so each one of these has to be partitioned into thirds. So first, I'm going to focus in between the 0 and the 1, and I'm going to partition a third. There are my thirds. There are my thirds. There are my thirds, okay? Now, it wants me to label 8/3 and 5/3. Now, this is depending on you, how comfortable you feel. Do not forget this tick mark, right? These are also fraction tick marks, okay? So, I'm going to start with my 8/3 because it's the first one there. Now, I see 0 here, so I know that is 0/3. Then this will be 1/3. 2/3. 3/3. 4/3. 5/3. 6/3. 7/3. And 8/3. That's the number I was looking, or the fraction I was looking for, right? So I'm going to go ahead and plot it right there. So this one's done, but I also need to plot 5/3. Let's see, where's 5/3? Right here. So I'm going to plot that one. Okay. So now we've done part A. Part A is done. Part B says compare the fractions using greater than, equal to, or less than. Well, let's see which one it started with. It started with 8/3. So I need to know if 8/3 is greater than, equal to, or less than 5/3. And I can see it's far more on the right. If it's on the right, then I know it's greater than, right? My alligator wants to eat the bigger piece, which 8/3 is. And that's how you would do number 2. Question 3. Circle an answer choice from the list to make the statement true. Use the number lines to help you. So they've given me a number line here, and I see my whole numbers right here. And so I remember, I'm just going to circle them that these are one whole, right? One whole, two wholes, and three wholes. So it gave me three comparison fractions. All I have to do is say, is it greater than, equal to, or less than? So let's get started. So the first one they have is 4/8, right? So let me find my 4/8. Oh, my 8s are down here. So 4/8 is right here. I'm going to go ahead and plot that right there. And I'm comparing that with 4/4. So let's go up to my fourths. All right. So the question is this one greater than, equal to, or less than that one? Well, it's more to the left, so I know it is less than. Okay, all you have to do is circle it so it fills in that blank. All right, let's try number 6. And just so you can see it a little better, I'm going to change my color here, okay? All right, 6/8. So I'm going to find my 6/8 is right here. And 7/4. Let me find my 7/4. Oh, right there. So is this 6/8 greater than, equal to, or less than? Well, it's more to the left on my number line, so I know it is less than. Okay. And the last one, 3/4. Oh, 3/4. Ooh, funny. It fell on the same section there. Okay. So 3/4 and 9/8. Let me find 9/8 is, oh, right there. And I can already see it's more to the left, so this one's also less than. So these all ended up being less than. Do not assume that's what's going to happen on your test. Make sure you plot it and you compare them. Is it more to the left? If it's on the left, then it's going to be less than. If it's on the right, it's going to be greater than. But if they are in the same plot, they are equal to. Question 4. Use the number line to complete the comparison statements. So here, they're giving me another number line, and I just have to fill it in. So you're going to notice that one of these fractions is blank. Okay, so the 6 are at the bottom, the thirds are at the top, and they've put our whole numbers here, okay? I like to circle my whole numbers so I know where they are. All right, so first, we need to start with the fraction that they've given us, which they gave us is 5/3. Where's my 5/3? Right here. Here's my 5/3, so I'm going to plot that. Now, I need, if you can see here, the alligator always wants to eat the bigger number. And in this case, it wants me to give him a 6th that is bigger, right? So I could really choose any of these because these are more to the right. Any of these would be correct answers because it's more to the right. Okay, do not select the one that's right on the same one because that would mean it's equal to. We're not doing equal to. We want a bigger one. So in this case, just for fun, I'm going to pick 15/6 because it is bigger. Any of these that we circled would work. Okay? Okay, so the next question says 4/6. So let me find my 4/6. Now I start with this one because it's a completed fraction. 4/6 is right here. And I am looking for the fraction that it is equal to. So that one, I just need to see which one shares the same tick mark. And as you can see, it's right here. So it should be 2/3. Equal to is straight to the point because you just have to find which fraction shares the same tick mark on the number line. All right, let's move on to the next one. I start with my completed fraction, which is 8/3. I know my thirds are at the top. 8/3 is here, so I'm going to plot it so I can find it. And I need to find one that is less than. It's telling me less than, right? And it has to be in 6. So I do not include the one that shares the same tick mark. I include all the other ones that are on the left. okay? So I can pick any of these that are on the left side of that one. And I'm going to just go ahead and pick 8 because that one's right here, so it works. So 8/6 is less than 8/3. Question 5. It says Ian wants to compare 8/3 and 8/6. Part A says to label 8/3 and 8/6 on the number line. Okay, so I have a number line here that just started with 0 holes and 3 holes. So before I even start my fractions, I need to find my other holes, right? I don't count 0 to 3. I'm missing a 1 and a 2. So let me find my 1. It's going to be right here. And I'm going to circle it so I know it's a hole. And I'm going to put my 2 right there because that's also 2 holes. Now, I'm going to take my first fraction here. It looks like it cut those into thirds. So I'm going to start with thirds, okay? So you can see it a little better. I'm just going to change the color. So thirds. So I need to break this up into thirds, this up into thirds, and this up into thirds, okay? So I have there my thirds here. And now I'm going to count to 8/3, right? Here I have 0/3. So I have 0/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Don't forget your whole numbers. 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, 7/3, 8/3. That's where I need to label, right? So I'm going to plot and I'm going to put 8/3. Okay. And then it says I need to do 6. So I already have thirds. Now I need to change them into sixths, right? So in order to do that, I need to cut all of my thirds in half. So, I wanted to change the color. Let's change it here so you can see it a little better. I'm going to cut there. I'm going to cut here, cut here, cut here. In between all of those that I already have, I'm going to cut them in half. Okay? Now I need to label 8/6. So I'm going to use the bottom part now because this top part's pretty crowded. So I'm going to start with 0/6. And again, I'm going to count to 8/6. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6. This is 6/6 because it's one hole. 7/6, 8/6. Here it is. This is where I'm going to plot right here. So 8/6. Okay. So these are the two numbers that we are focusing on. We're looking at this one and this one, right? The ones that we plotted. And it says 8/3, this is my 8/3, is to the blank of 8/6. So is it to the right or the left? This one is to the right of 8/6. It's to the right. So I know that 8/3 is greater than. Remember, if the fraction is to the right, it's greater. If the fraction is to the left, then it's less. Thank you for taking the time to review your topic D quiz with me. I know that you will do great, and I will see you next time when it's time to learn with Mrs. Thomas. Bye.